What's up guys, I'm Zedius, and this is another FIFA 17 video. Today, I have the second episode of our Road to Glory series. In the previous episode, we focused on making our club and just started to make a few coins by playing offline games with the players in our starter pack. This episode, we're going to continue to make coins offline by playing in the Starter Cup. We buy a team and build a squad, and then we take it online to Division 10. In the next video, which is due out on Friday, I'll hopefully be showing you guys a successful FUT Champs qualifying run so we can play in the weekend league this coming weekend. What you guys have just seen on the screen was me entering the Starter Cup. This is a good thing for you guys to enter as well. It's super easy difficulty, it's offline, you can go in with players that you got in your starter pack that have a lot of contracts. And even fitness in this game for these players doesn't really matter. You're playing at such a level that the opposing teams aren't much of a threat, and you can really run your players down to 50 or 60 fitness and not have too much of a problem. The only concern is injuries, and I do get a couple of injuries here, but it's pretty easy to just switch players in and out. As you can see, we're just running through the Starter Cup here. I'm just showing the teams we played and then the scores afterwards. So of course we just run through and see an easy 6-0 win. We just get through these games, and really the only purpose is to make some coins. We just want to make coins, and then our next step is going to be buy the team that we're going to finally go online with. From there, we are going to be able to make even more coins, and then buy a team that's actually competitive for FUT Champs, and that's going to be our goal for Friday, a video that comes out on Friday. We've got 8 attempts to win a tournament over a couple of days. We just got to win those 4 games in a row, and hopefully we'll be able to do that, and these coins are going to help us get there. So we're just entering this final game of the Starter Cup now, against a team that I'm not even sure where they are. You see the celebrations, everybody's very happy, and really we just get our goal here, which is win the Starter Cup, get our bonus coins, plus all the match coins that we got from winning the games along the way, and we get a gold gift pack, which I'm actually just going to open up right now. Just like the packs we had in the last episode, there's really nothing special here. It's just another player we might use, some consumables. Chemistry style, I believe, is going to be in this pack. Chemistry styles are something I haven't talked about yet and should probably touch on now. They are super important this year, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of people who play the game. EA haven't been totally clear about what chemistry styles really do for players until this year. Just before this game was released, they came out with an article that really laid out chemistry styles and how they work and where exactly they add points. So popular websites now, like FUTHead and FUTWiz, they have built it into their site where you can mess around with chemistry styles, see what happens. I don't want to get too in-depth of an explanation here, but if that's something you guys are interested in, leave it in the comment section and I can cover that in a later video. But that said, chemistry styles are important, and I will be putting them on my players, but I won't be doing it on the team you're about to see bought right now, because I don't plan on using these players for very long. So right now we're running through our players, goalkeeper, right back, and you'll notice a theme. It's going to be a BPL team. It's a super popular league. They're very cheap players. You'll see I run through the prices later, but I didn't pay more than 550 coins for any player, and that was just one of them. Everybody else was 500 coins or under. Super affordable, and you saw we played, I believe, 8 offline games and got enough coins to have our starter team built right here. So these are all the players. We get our striker there, and then I'm going to show you the whole team built already. So right here, here's our team. I'll kind of run through and tell you why I decided on each one. So in Stecklenburg in goal, he's a big guy, 6'6", and in a goalkeeper, especially a low-rated one, the bigger they are, the better. I went for Kieran Trippier at right back, pacey enough, not great defending, but he'll do his job. Our center back pairing is Jeff Cameron and Davies from Hull. They're both pretty big, 6'2 and 6'4, I believe. So they'll do their job. They'll win aerial battles. Here I'm showing you prices of our players. So then at left back, we have Soiree from Crystal Palace. Incredible player in my opinion. Every time I go up against him, especially when I play career mode against Palace, you can't go down that left side. He's just a monster. We do have Besic and Cleverly in our midfield, two more Evertonians. Besic we did pack, if you remember back in our first episode. And Cleverly, just a good all-around central midfielder. I put Gaston Ramirez at cam. His stats are very good, and I totally overlooked him until I was actually looking into buying this team. Really good stats, decent pace, good passing, good finishing. Could really do a job up there, and as you'll see in these games, does very, very well. And then our attacking lineup is Nathan Redmond and Jay Rodriguez, and a striker from Hull that I don't even want to try and pronounce his name for fear of messing it up. So from here, we've jumped into our first game. That's a bad giveaway in midfield. He makes one quick pass, I'm caught out, I panic, slide, do not slide like that. That is a terrible example of defending. And I'm caught with one man back and I just can't do anything about it. That's a perfect example of how not to defend. I panicked, got caught out. To be honest, I was really worried about getting off to a good start with this road to glory, and yeah, something like that happened because I was too nervous, to be honest. FIFA's a game where the more you relax, the better you play, and we actually do end up getting a goal back here from a throw-in. We drive down the left side with our left back, straight through the middle. Nobody comes to close us down, and when somebody does step up, simple through ball, driven shots, low driven shots. To do that, you double tap the circle button, the shoot button. So you'll hold it down to power it up and then tap it again, and that drives it. And on this replay, you can see right through the goalkeeper's legs. He couldn't react in time. And Mbakani, I believe is how you pronounce that striker's name, puts us level, and the score does finish 1-1. So we come right into the next game. This guy does have players in the right positions, which is something to be said about most Division 10 teams. There are a lot of silver players. He does have chemistry here and there, but it's nothing spectacular. We get our first goal of this game around the 20th minute from a corner. Just kind of falls out to the outside, and look at Gaston Ramirez just dance through the box and just slot it home with his weaker foot. Very, very impressive player, Gaston Ramirez. Very impressive player. Absolutely rules that cam spot. Look at him just dance past that defender. Admittedly bad defending from this guy, but still, we managed to score a nice goal there. And here's another interception from our center backs. Played it out wide, played it through the middle. We kind of waste some time. I see our right back making a run. We play it to him. Make a drive towards the corner. Nothing on. He's got two defenders. We see if we can Burba spin. Yep, that's something you'll see a lot from me. Low driven shot again. Rebound. Low driven shots. They will go in or you'll get a rebound. Every once in a while you get this one weird driven shot that'll just like fly off like down the sideline. But for the most part, they are well worth trying. He just had a bit of misfortune there, and that's what'll happen when you put the ball in good areas like that. Again, what was that defending? Just absolutely drove by that guy. He drives by, puts the ball into the box. That's just a bad gameplay error there. There is nothing I could really do. Even if I was mashing the clear button, he's not going to be able to get rid of that ball in time. So that's really just unlucky, unfortunately. But now he's back in the game with a goal there. It's 2-1. But right from kickoff, we drive down the field, down this right side, play a ball into, guess who? Gaston Ramirez, and another Burba spin, and he's right in the box and finishes like a champ. He's an absolute star, really is. Just that curled finesse shot around the keeper. Very, very good player. He actually ends up with a hat trick in this game. Can't recommend him highly enough. Very good. On the other hand, Nathan Redmond is my don't buy from this team. I thought he would be the best player. He's got great pace, he's got good finishings, 4-star skills, and he just was underwhelming. There we win a header in midfield, quick passes, Gaston Ramirez is in, and admittedly a weak foul. I wouldn't have called it, and I wouldn't have been upset if he didn't call it. It looks bad there, but as you can see on this replay, there's really minimal contact, if any. So we kind of lucked out there. And as I said, Gaston had 2 goals already, so we give him this penalty, and look at this penalty. EA did switch up penalties a little bit this year, but wow. I've kind of gotten the hang of them. There's something, the best advice I can give is go to the arena and practice. Just practice them. Play those skill games, practice penalties, and no keeper in the world is saving that. Even if you dive the right way, which he did, you can't save that. And again, Gaston Ramirez in again and into the box, and that's a terrible tackle. If there was a question of a foul on the last one, there is no doubt there. And same guy, as a matter of fact, straight red card this time, and see you later, he's out of the game. Guy's arguing as if that wasn't a straight red card, but yeah. So he takes an early shower, and we step up, take the penalty, and I'm a little embarrassed to say we don't nail this one. We were up 4-1 at this point, and I believe I let Besic take it. Yep. And he just puts it straight into the goalkeeper's stomach. Sometimes that works. He guessed right. But right from there, he rolls the ball out, quick interception, down the left side, Jay Rodriguez dancing past some people, easy square ball, rebound, and our left back, as a matter of fact, puts that away. Left back is the other star in this team. He is the second best player in this team, by far, in my opinion, Suarez from Crystal Palace. He gets forward really well. As you can see, he scored a goal. He had a couple of assists in our 6-game Division 10 run. Right here, that's something to note. So this guy, he had decided he had enough. The score was 5-1 at this point. After I scored that goal, he just went and sat in the corner. And you know what? I don't blame him for that. And if he wants to just see the game out that way, the quickest way possible, there's no stoppages, I understand that. Because some people don't want to quit. Some people don't want to quit because it's against their nature, or you get this, the DNF gets modified and you don't get as many coins. So I understand why you don't want to quit. What really needs to happen is EA needs to put in a mutual quit feature, in my opinion, where you and your opponent can both say, hey, this game's over, you're better than me, let's just end this now, neither of us gets a penalty, and we can just move on, get into our next game. But this finishes 5-1, dominated the stats there, and in terms of shots at least, and was pretty clinical. Again, Ramirez, that's the way to go. So here's a BPL team that is a lot better than ours. 81 rated, 96 chemistry, couple of players out of position, but you look at the quality of players. Theo Walcott, somebody I recommend, definitely somebody I think you should use. Just that pace is electric on that side. Simple interception, he slides, Gaston Ramirez through again, and look at that goal. He half chips it, half drives it into that upper left-hand corner. I wasn't expecting a goal. I was hoping for maybe a rebound or something, but if you look, he just stops that ball, just darts left, and wow, what a goal. Very impressive player, Gaston Ramirez. Can't recommend him enough, as I've said. But here we are driving down the right-hand side. Nathan Redmond again. Burba spin, something you'll see a lot, something I recommend you use a lot. If you need to know the controls, let me know in the comment section. I'll be sure to cover that in my next video. Again, just a simple rebound and a tap in for our striker Mbakani, who actually was very good. A poacher kind of striker. Right place for right time. I found his positioning very good. He had a lot of goals like that where they're just simple putbacks. Here is a problem I had. I lost the rest of the footage of that game. There were a couple more goals. I wanted to show you that, to show that we did win the game in the final score there. So here were some offline games. We needed to do that to get fitness back on our players. Just that one quick offline game, we just got fitness back on our players, and then we were ready to go back into Division 10. This is an online game against Vic's Dog Pound. Some of the names you see on here, man, crazy. We end halftime 0-0, and we end full time 0-0. No chances. It wasn't a very good game. A couple of shots on either side, but it's our second draw of Division 10, which I'm really disappointed about. But again, I think that pressure of doing well for an online series, something that I'm going to show to people, it does get to you. It does get to you, and it's something you think wouldn't bother you until you're actually doing it. But here we just jump right into the next game. He's got N'Golo Kante there in the midfield. Very good player. An inform from this team of the week, I believe, Thiago. I haven't tried him out, but he looks phenomenal. But not a lot of chemistry in this team, and there we are just harassing the ball carrier. Look at this dribbling from Nathan Redmond. There's one thing I can say. He was a good dribbler and absolutely gets mauled in the box. Yeah, so just a yellow card for that tackle. But we do step up, take the penalty with Mbakani, I believe. Gaston Ramirez was injured for this game, unfortunately. So we just brought in a bronze cam from the BPL, who we happened to pack last episode. We brought him in. He actually did quite a good job. Mbakani right into the corner. Good finish from him. Nathan Redmond made the goal. They celebrate together. And we're off to a winning start to this game. So that cam I was just talking about, I believe he is involved in this next goal. Win a header, counterattack from this header, quick 1-2 passing, and sends that cam Edwards, that's his name, through on goal from West Brom. And low-driven shots. Low-driven shots. This is a bronze player. Everybody in this game can finish with a low-driven shot if you get comfortable with it. And that's a great finish. And he's somebody that I wouldn't mind saying, hey, if you're making a bronze BPL team, that guy should be in it. I found him very good in a couple of games we played with him. Goalkeeper throw, Jay Rodriguez off to the races. He's got 80-plus pace, and he's just dribbling through these guys. Quick through ball off to Edwards again, and Edwards just pushes the ball across. Easy goal. Some people might say don't score that goal. Don't sweat that ball across. But you know what? A goal is a goal, in my opinion. If you can score, score. I don't think it matters how you score. That's just my opinion. So we're up 3-0, and this guy decides he's had enough, and the rage quit ensues. So that puts us on, I believe, 11 points in Division 10. We need 12 points to go up, so all we need in this last game is a draw, or better, of course, and then we're going to be promoted to Division 9, which, it's always good to move up the divisions. Eventually, on this road to glory, I want to reach Elite in Foot Champs and Division 1. I have never actually achieved Elite in Foot Champs. My best finish is Gold 1 with 25 wins. But, of course, we'll see what we can do with this series. Here's another solid BPL team. Everybody's in the right positions. Got some good players in that team. Again, just better than our team, to be honest. I would love to have that team right now, but unfortunately that's not possible. Some good dribbling in the box, pass it off, Mbakani, good finish. He's just that kind of guy, good finisher in the box. He'll do the job for you if you're looking for a cheap striker, 500 or so coins. He really puts it together. He's got good pace, good physical, good finishing. There's a score at halftime. We're really putting this guy to the sword with the possession and shots. Here, he does have a good little run there, and rebounds. Rebounds are tough. Nothing you can really do about that goal. I should have stopped him before he got into the box. That was my fault there, but we win the ball there. Great tackle from Jeff Cameron. Jeff Cameron was another player who was very solid in this team. I recommend him. Big guy, decent on the ball too, because he plays a little bit of center defensive midfielder in real life, so he got those stats. And then there's Mbakani again, just sitting in the middle, ready to push those balls into the net. Finishes with the best of them, in my opinion. Redmond, and there we go. So that gives us a 2-1 scoreline, and there's another tackle from, guess who, Jeff Cameron. Made a lot of tackles, a lot of stuff you don't see in the editing, unfortunately. And there's Edwards. He makes a weird pass. I don't know why I did that, but he wins the ball back, passes to Pedro, who actually replaced Jay Rodriguez in this game. Forgot to mention that. Jay Rodriguez had an injury, so we just pulled him, put him in for our lone Pedro, who we have for 7 games, now 6 after this one. And a nice low-driven shot on his left foot. And then this guy decides he has had enough. so he goes as well. So after this rage quit, we've completed Division 10, and I feel that we've done a pretty good job. No losses on the record yet. A few wins were offline. There were a couple of draws that should have been avoided, in my opinion, but I think we did a fairly good job for the most part, and I'm happy with it. So there's our Coineroid, 2,600 coins. Oh, that's something I forgot to mention too. We did put a coin boost reward on. I lost that footage with the footage from the other game. It's just 200 coins for 5 games, so easy 1,000 coins. And there's our reward. We won Division 10. I just wanted to run quickly through the team here so you can see some stats. I kind of talked about who I liked, didn't like. Cameron was very good. Soiree was very good. Look at those stats for a defensive player. Our midfield was underwhelming. Besic and Cleverly wasn't super impressed. Gaston Ramirez, absolute star. Couldn't recommend him enough. Redmond, underwhelming. Our striker was very good. 5 goals in 6 games. Can't complain. And Jay Rodriguez was so-so. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.